All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A first down throw for Mariota. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Set, blue
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mariota. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. Mariota to Sharp that time for a Titan first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mariota on first down. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Mariota. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there and knocking it away and preventing that first touchdown.
On third down, Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go. Green, 30.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Pretty move. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing is Mariota. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Easy. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One. Flag it! One. Flag it!
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. And hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Mariota on the delay to Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now Landry. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They pitch it to Chubb. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Detroit! Detroit!
A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Lewis. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Mariota now to throw on first down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
They'll throw again. Mariota escaping the pressure right. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team, We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They come out here in the eye. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 8. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Mayfield on play action. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Titans getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota goes underneath for Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mariota now from the 50. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He gets them moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on 3rd. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the... The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mariota. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be third down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
To throw is Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota hands to Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on fourth down.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll come out in the pistol. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down to the kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's third and short. On third down, Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, this is Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
His throw incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daquan Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
Here we go with Johnson. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
And now the entire season and their dreams of a Super Bowl berth come down to this 2-point conversion. They need it to tie. They'll try and run it in. And he will get in. The two-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And they start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay? Lambeau.
That's caught at the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering where's that magic line for my kicker. They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
2nd down, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown!
They're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.